So once again, good afternoon, everyone. Hello, my name is Alexandra Penkala. I'm one of the customer success managers here at Researchfish. And I would like to welcome you today to a training session, supporting session on how to use a Researchfish platform as a research organization administrator. I'm joined by my colleague, Jorge Mayorga, who is as well one of customer success managers here. Hello, Jorge. I'm sorry that you cannot see me. I have some difficulties with camera. The camera is on and I'm really not sure what happened. So hopefully at some time it will work, but I think it's normal when we are running all this presentation or meeting. There is always some technical issues. So I'm sure you are familiar with this kind of small accidents. So firstly, I would like to provide you with some important information before I will start sharing my screen. So today's session will be recorded and the recording will be circulated here later on in the upcoming newsletter next month in December. The agenda will be divided into 3 sections. Firstly, I would like to explain you all Researchfish platform capabilities and functionalities. Later on, I would like to talk about communication. I will be showing you knowledge base on the platform itself, and I would like also to show you when you can find very useful documents, resources, videos, user guides, etc. And at the end of the webinar, we will be answering all your questions, but Jorge is today also to help me answering your questions. So if you will have any questions during a webinar, please feel free to post them in a chat box or Q&A box, and Jorge will reply them, or we will look at them at the end of the session if the time allows. Hello, Jorge. Can you please confirm that everyone can hear me? And I will share the screen now. So if you can type in the chat box or Q&A box that you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Did you see my screen like a few seconds ago? Okay, thank you very much, Pat. Thank you. So before you begin, and for your information, I'm sorry to mention that the information you see at the moment, Researchfish research organization account, it's completely fake mock account created for purposes like webinars, demonstration, and test purposes. So we are not revealing any confidential informations here. Before you begin using Researchfish, you would need to have an account to access Researchfish platform as an administrator of your organizations. So how you would do that? You would accept an invitation from an existing administrator at your organization, and I will be showing you later on how an existing administrator can send an invitation to create a Researchfish account. And once you are logged in, you will see this page, my awards page, which is a landing page, default page. And as a research organization, you are unlikely to have any awards here. This section is predominantly a section for PIs, for researchers, for award holders, delegates, or team member. And all these awards, all their awards will show here. In case you do have awards, for example, where you are helping input some data on behalf, let's say, a delegate or a team member on PI's account, this is where all awards will show up. So here, these few sections on the left-hand side my awards, our community, knowledge base, my account, my downloads are available to all Researchfish users, but because you are a Researchfish research organization administrator, you will see additional section which is called eval section, and eval sections, it's basically all administrative functionalities you can use. So I will be focusing today on this eval capabilities, administrative functionalities. So I would like to start from dashboard. So let me click on the dashboard. I'm guessing you still cannot see me. Let me look at the chat. Can you see me? Can you see me, Jorge, now? No, okay. I'm sorry for that. Okay, let's go back to the platform. So dashboard. So this is a high-level overview of how your researchers are performing during the submission period. So in this test account, we can see we have 10 different funders. We see that there is a one primary location, which would be your research organization location. We have 17 awards. And we have 9 PIs. So you can click on each section. So for example, if I will click on funder number, then you will see the names of funding organizations. If I will click on location, then I will see my test arrow full account, which is again mock account for the test and webinar presentations. If I will click on the awards, we can see that we have 17 awards, and we can see here high-level information. So you will see information such as award, reference number, the name of the awards, what is the funding organization, who are the PIs, what is the funding start date and funding end date, response code. And I would like to briefly now focus on the response code. So response codes indicate whether or not an award requires submission. We have actually in total six response codes, but number 6 means test. So as you can see, most of the awards are assigned to test response code. And now I would like to briefly talk and explain what the numbers associated with response codes means. So response code 1 means that the PIs are required to submit, which the submission is mandatory. Response code 2 is a temporary exemption. So for example, when the PI is on the paternity or maternity leave, so they will be required to submit, but not in the current submission period. It will be a submission period at the future date. Response code 3 means that no further submission will be expected against this award. So when you are looking at your awards and the response codes are either 2 or 3, you wouldn't get in touch with the PIs for the upcoming submission period. Response code 4 is essentially the same thing as response code 1. So the researcher, the PI, is expected to submit their award, but the PI has moved on to a different research organization. So, for example, let's say you had a PI at your organization and their award has a response code 1, which means that they need to submit. The PI has now moved to a different organization. Then they can notify the funding organization, and the funder can change the response code from number 1 to number 4. you would still maintain the visibility of that award, but the response code would change to number 4, just to indicate your organization will not be held accountable if the PI fails to submit. So from the PI perspective, there is no difference between response code 1 and response code 4, as they are required to submit. But you as a research organization, it will not affect your compliance rate. And the final response code 5, means that the researcher can submit, but it's not a mandatory submission. So this is quite important when we are looking at this dashboard, because each awards needs to be assigned to the correct response code by the funding organization. If you would click on the PI number, here you will be displayed with information about the PI. So for example, the first PI has 4 awards, and those 4 awards are based belongs to 2 funding organizations. I can click on it once again, and I will see the details of the awards and the name of the funding organization. So like I said, it's a good tool to have actually high-level information. At some point, you will see that change of the color of the dashboard will change. The dashboard background changes colors. So we have 3 different background colors. White, that simply means that none of the awards are in active submission period at this very moment. Eventually, at some point, we will start to see either a red or a green background. If you see an award with a red background, it means that the award is in the submission period, that it's currently open, but the researcher has not submitted it yet. And an award with a green background means that the award is in active submission period and the PI has submitted it. So I hope it is clear. And now I would like to move to a different section under uploads section, and we will be talking about the researcher recorder and interoperability uploader. So as you probably know, the main goal for Researchfish, for our main goal, and probably your main goal is the same, is to reduce the reporting burden on researchers. And we have several mechanisms for this, such as harvesting mechanism from sites like Crossref, Scopus, PubMed. We have also personal harvesting, for example, from ORCID. And then we have Arrow interoperability mechanism, which allows research organization admins to add outcomes into our platform, into Researchfish platform, from CRIS or other similar systems on behalf of your researchers. So over the last 6 months, our product team made several improvements. Previously, outputs could only be added via interoperability uploader, where the funder and grant attribution information was known. However, now outputs can be added and associated with a researcher recorder, making them available in the researcher's personal portfolio for award attribution. Another thing, what happened, another change. So we have always been able to bring in publications where we have a DOI from Crossref or PubMed, but now we added support for DataCite DOIs. These are for publications, but also for some other outcomes types, specifically for audiovisual and image, dataset and software. And the interoperability mechanism would work for the research organization where the award holder is based, but now is possible if you are named as other organization on the grant which can be done by the funder. So then you are also now able to use this interoperability mechanism. For example, an award is held by a PI at another organization, but members of your organization are part of the research team that is funded by the research. And finally, this capability has only been available to those research organizations that they have subscribed to the administrator license, but now we are making it freely available to all research organizations. So as mentioned before, previously, outputs could only be added via this tool, via interoperability uploader, where the funder and grant attribution information was known. Now, outputs can be added and associated with a researcher record, making them available in the researcher's personal portfolio for award attribution. So a researcher record in Researchfish creates an association between a researcher and research organization. And these records are created and owned by you, so by the research organization. A researcher record supports interoperability uploader by allowing the upload of outputs that don't have funder and grant attribution information. So now I would like to show you the process for creating researcher record. So first, you would need to gather information about your researchers for Researchfish platform. So you would need to know what is the internal ID for the researcher in your system, what is the researcher's name and email address, a start date of their time at the research organization, and optionally an end date. And know that these fields are the support for the future plans. And this information that I mentioned now are likely come from your CRIS or HR system. The second step for you would be to create researcher records in Researchfish. And you can do it by following two options. You can either do it through bulk upload or individually via the user interface. So now I would like to show you how you can create a researcher records in bulk. So under upload section, you will find a researcher record uploader. And here you are also provided with steps how we can populate information. So first, what you need to do is to download the spreadsheet template. I already did it before, so I will now show you how this researcher records template look like. So let me show it to you. So it's a very simple document to populate. It's divided into two fields. We have required data fields and documentation. So like I said, you need to gather information like ID for the researcher, researcher name and email address, a start date, and optionally the end date. This information are also included in documentation tab. So if I will look at the documentation now, everything is explained. So for example, we have a line first name. This is the mandatory, and it's the researcher first name, which is self-explanatory. The start date, end date, start date, it's mandatory, end date, it's optional. So even if you will forgot what I said today, you can come back here and you will see the description and documentation provided on the template itself. And then you will fill this information here. And what will happen later, you need to upload the file, save it on the computer, come back to this page, click on the choose file and upload the file. Any errors during the upload process will be displayed for correction in the user interface here. I will show it to you later. or you can cancel the upload, fix the errors that you created before, and start the upload process again. When the researcher record is created, this automatically and immediately send the invitation. At the moment, currently, there is no way to delay the sending of invitation process. So this is the creation of the researcher record in bulk. I hope it is straightforward, easy process for you. And the second option is to create a researcher record individually. So we can do it from the user interface. So you would need to click on the researcher record and the researcher record uploader. And this is what I'm doing right now. Then you would need to click on create a new record button and manually enter data into the form. So the information are exactly the same like you saw on the spreadsheet that I showed you a few minutes ago. So again, some of the fields are optional, you can ignore them, and some of the fields are mandatory. This red asterisk, it's telling you that this field is mandatory. So you need to add here the researcher name, first name, last name, email address, ID number, what is the start date of their time at research organization, and the date, end date, it's optional. Click on the save button, and saving the form will immediately send the invitation to researcher. Researchers accept invitations and link them to their Researchfish account. So this would be another step. They need to link them to existing Researchfish account, or if necessary, they would need to create account if it's needed. Please note that researcher records are inactive until invitations are accepted by researchers, with the ability to resend information if necessary. So if I will go back to our researcher record section, from this page, you can track the invitation status and resend if needed. So for example, we already have here some researcher record created, and we know that both of PI here accepted invitation. This PI, and again, it's all the test information, was invited, but invitation was not accepted. You can again resend unaccepted invitation. You can click on this information, and the system will ask you if you are sure to resend this unaccepted invitation. You can cancel, or you can click OK. You can update, like I mentioned, you can also resend invitation from this page, check the status, if it was accepted or the invitation was sent. But you can also update existing researcher record, but at the moment only using user interface. So this section, bulk upload that I showed you a few minutes ago, doesn't currently support this feature, and this probably may be necessary for changes if you would like to change researcher name or title. The start and end date fields in researcher record are for future planning and do not require regular updates. And once invitations are accepted, researcher records can be used with the interoperability uploader. Uploads to researcher records require researcher acceptance to proceed, as this gives permission for you as a research organization administrator to upload. And please remember to use this functionality. You as an administrator would need to have upload access role. When I will be showing you later on how to add new administrators and how to send invitation to become administrators. I will be also showing you which kind of roles you want to grant to the future administrator. And please remember that if you would like to create these researcher records, then you need to choose a role, upload access role, when you will be sending or updating admin permissions. Researchers only need to do a one-time task of accepting an invitation, and to ensure timely acceptance, what we recommend is that you send a preparatory emails, initial emails from your own system. And we have also created these templates for you. You will find more information about Researcher Recorder on the platform. We have a webinar recording in October. We held a webinar on this interoperability and Researcher Recorder functionality. So today I'm providing a general brief information, but you will find more resources on the platform itself. And now I would like to show you when additional documentation on the CRIS integration and on the Researcher Recorder and interoperability you can find on the platform. So firstly, if you will look again at our menu, you need to click on the knowledge base. And here we have many different options, but if you are looking for this specific topic, which is webinar in regards to Researcher Record and CRIS integration, then what you would need to do, you would need to click once again knowledge base, then setup and implementation, research organizations, and here you will find CRIS integration researchers record. So I already opened this document, and this is all the instruction documentation on Researcher Record. So as you can see, we have more information provided here by our senior product manager, Colin Miller-Chip, with detailed explanation how to create this Researcher Recorded, what is the process, and also at the end of the document, so here we have also screenshots, etc., how to update, how to track the status, how to manage researcher records. And this is about interoperability uploader. So here there is an appendix template email. You will find here this preparatory email that we are advising to send in advance of using this record, to let simply researcher know that you are introducing this initial functionality that's supposed to reduce researching burden on them. So of course you can feel free to use this template. There is an explanation why we are including this information, etc. And here you can find the template itself. So why it's happening, what PI needs to do, how to accept the invitation, and you are advising them that, asking them to keep the information up to date. So this is template number 1. Template number 2, it's actually for your information only. This is how the invitation looks like. The invitation you are sending from the system. So the invitation will be sent from the platform itself. It will arrive from admin@researchfish.com. So you can also advise in your communication with the PIs that they should expect to receive the email asking them to accept researcher record invites, and it will arrive from this email address. Sometimes email arrives to spam or junk folder, so it would be good also to save this email address into a safe address inbox list. And this is how the invite looks like. So, dear researcher name, this email is to confirm that your organization is inviting you to accept researcher record invitation, and this will allow them to add records into the platform on your behalf, reducing the amount of reporting you need to do. So that's the email. Then they need to accept the invitation, and this will be, and at the end you will providing your information. So as you can see, we have many useful information. So this is documentation, and another useful documentation or additional resource on this specific Researchfish interoperability CRIS integration topic. It's a webinar recording, and we have dedicated Researchfish support YouTube channel. Here you will find many videos for your organization, but the first two videos it's related to the subject that I'm talking about now. So there was a webinar. As you can see, it's more information that I have provided today, so it's almost 1 hour. Researchfish interoperability webinar, and again short video. If you are a visual learner, show video how to create a Researchfish researcher record. So many information, additional resources for you. But let's go back to our account. So I will go back to our researcher record. So I already talked about it, and only as a summary, you have two options to create this researcher record. It's in option number 2, it's to create this researcher record in bulk, download the template and upload the template in the platform, or use the interface and simply create researcher records from here. The interoperability uploader, and basically researcher record, like I mentioned also before, supports interoperability uploader. And interoperability uploader now allows uploading an Excel spreadsheet containing of a mix of publications with funder grant information and other outcomes, or researcher records IDs. And it is preferable to include funder and grant information where known, to minimize the reporting burden on researchers. And the upload process, so let me click on the interoperability uploader now, remains the same. So first you would need to download the interoperability template. Then you would need to populate the template with outcome with the information. And I already downloaded this template, so now I would like to show it to you. So that's the interoperability uploader. And again, we have few tabs. Some of the fields are mandatory, some of them are optional. So if you are not sure, I advise you first to familiarize yourself with these additional tabs. So this is required data field. If I will click on the documentation, you have explanation here. So for example, output time, description of output type from the certain type of the system, etc. If you will click on the README, here you have also information how to how to populate information in the correct format. So when you will be downloading this document, it will not fail, that it will be successful upload. And here you have also provided information on the funder's ID. So I hope it is clear. When you will populate this information, so we can see, as I remember, you have also explanation here. Yes, so the blue fields are mandatory, then orange, beige are optional, and the green means feedback. So here is everything explained. So when you will populate this interoperability template, again, you need to save it and come back here and upload the outputs. Click on the choose file and make the upload. And once you have uploaded the completed template, our system performs what we call an initial validation process. It checks the data that you have provided is in correct format. If the upload is unsuccessful, you will receive automated email notifying you of this failure. And it's a sort of feedback, and it will show you which of the information in your template were successful and which weren't, and how to correct it. So this feedback template you will find in my downloads page. When you will see besides the my downloads, it will be like a number in the red circle. Then you can come here, download this template once again and correct template and try another upload. The template column, and I will go back to this template column once again. So the template column previously for funding this template. The template column previously for funder grant reference ID can now accommodate either a funder grant reference ID or researcher ID. And additional notes about this process. So each attribution is recorded on a separate row in the spreadsheet. So for example, attributing an output to 2 awards and 3 researcher records would require 5 rows. Error checking now includes validation also for researcher records, and the upload process prevents duplicates when adding publication to grants or researcher records. And also publications added to researcher records will show up in the researcher's personal portfolio for award attribution. Important to note that interoperability function, so I will go back to the platform, interoperability function is turned off a few weeks into the UK multi-funder submission period next year. So please bear that in mind. As a reminder, the UK multi-funder submission period starts on the 3rd of February 2025 and ends on the 13th of March 2025. And we will also notify you of the dates when this interoperability uploader will be switched off and switched on again in our upcoming newsletter. So I hope it is clear. And now I would like to move to another sections, which is activity. So activity allows you to monitor attribution and submission activities of PIs that holds awards in your organization. So on the right hand side, you can see submission activity, and on the left hand side, you can see attribution activity. We do not have many information here because, again, I'm reminding you that this is the test account, but it's actually very useful tool to track the compliance. And what is the attribution? Attribution is generally when a PI attributes an outcome to their awards. So the PI researcher logs into the platform, they go to their award and they enter the details of the outcome for that specific outcome category. and they attribute those outcomes to awards. So for example, they attribute a publication to one or multiply awards. The moment that the PI attributes links and outcome to an award, this is when you will see, so you will see this attribution here on this page, on this graph here. And if they will submit, you will also hear submission activity here. You can filter results, you can apply filters. So for example, you can see activity in a specific section. So you can look, for example, at the activity in publication outcome category. You can filter by response code. You can filter by reporting note, and I will be talking about the reporting note later on, or you can specify the date. So it can be last 7/31 date, this month, or you can also define a date range. Then reports. So reports give you a list of different outcomes categories that researchers have to report on. It's a high-level information. So for example, if I would click on the publication here, it will take me to a page with high-level view for my reporting needs as a research organization administrator. So again, at the moment, I will not see many information here because we are looking at the test account. But you as a you looking at your account, you will see here many useful information and breakdowns, graphs, charts. So for example, here we can see awards reporting at least one publication by start year. Here we have such information like number of publication per award, etc. So many useful information. And again, you can filter here by choosing the one of the outcome category type, and you can also download information. You can download one section, or you can perform a complete section download. And please, all the downloads will be here in this section, my downloads. So it's again useful functionality for your reporting needs. Now I would like to skip a little bit. I will be not talking about the awards now, but I would like to talk about exports. So I've just taken you through the reports, which give you a piece of high-level information, where the reports export go into raw data for each outcome category. So for example, when we are looking here at the export type, the first thing, the first one is RHT, which stands for Respondent Hierarchy Table, which is essentially a snapshot of all of the awards that are based at your location, at your organization. And here you will see the details of this award. So it will give you information like award reference number, who the PI is on that specific award, what is the award funding start date, what is the award funding date, and this kind of information. So it's just really a top level view of all of the awards in your organization. And just a note that not all funders grant research organization visibility of all of the awards that they have in their portfolio. They've got the option to either click on full share or do not share when it comes to entering awards into the platform. And when it comes to exporting the data, you can see here, you can download the different outcome types again. So we have all 15 outcome types listed here. And you can, so for example, if I will choose publication, you can either download entries with award details, with award details and fund the research organization specific categories and notes. And I will be talking about the categories and notes later on. Or you can download, export without awards entries. So when you pull this report here, so publication, and for example, if I will choose entries with award details, it can show you all awards. It can be with the same publication. So when you download the entries with award details, bear in mind that there will be two duplicates if there are multiply awards with the same attribution. So for example, when the PI has, let's say, two awards or 3 awards, multiply awards, they can add attributes, links, the same publication to these 3 awards. So if you will be downloading the export and if publication in this case, and if you will choose export details, entries with award details, you will see the same publication 3 times because you choose it to download it with award details. If you will choose to export entries without award details, then you can see how many unique publications have been reported at your organization. So there will be no duplication. So in this case, the example that I have provided, you would only see the mentioned publication once. So I hope it is clear. And now let's move to awards section. So it's very useful functionality. You can search for awards here and you can perform operation on them. So for example, if you would like to see how many awards your organization has, then we do not need to filter and add any criteria here. So you don't need to add and search for the specific awards. You need to simply click on show awards. And this is what I will do right now. So now I will see all my all the awards held in this organization, the test organization. So you remember when I was showing you the dashboard, let's see quickly dashboard. So it was 17 awards. And now I will go back to awards. I will click show awards once again. So I will see all my 17 awards. Please also note that by default, page is showing 10 awards per, you can see 10 awards per page. You can change this view by clicking on the number itself. So if I will click on number 10, I have the option to see 25 or 50 or 100 awards per page. So the 100 is maximum. If you would like to perform any operation on awards, for example, assign awards to a specific category or assign awards to a specific node or download awards in bulk, you can perform this operation from this page also. So how to, for example, how to download awards information in bulk. So besides award reference, there is this checkbox. If I would click on it, at the moment, I only selected 10 awards and the system is reminding me you have only selected the awards visible on this page. So if you would like to select all of them, then I would need to choose this option, select all 17 awards. And now system is notifying me you have selected all 17 awards. And the moment you are selecting multiply awards or even one award, this additional box will be displayed. Choose action drop-down list, drop-down box. And if I will click on the stick, here I will be displayed with the options. So what I can do, which kind of operation I can perform on the awards in bulk. So I can change reporting node. Soon I will tell you what is the reporting node. I can alter, change, or assign category to awards, and I can download data. So if I would click download data, if I would click save, then all the awards data will be downloaded. And again, all the download will appear here on my download section. And in this case, it will be downloaded into a zip folder. And then you would need to select from the zip folder separate folders. You can also perform operation on, let's say, specific awards. So if you are not looking to perform some operation in bulk, you know the reference number or the researcher name, you can look for these awards here. So if I will type my name, I can also see some 2 awards. And if I will click show awards, okay, there is no results. Let's see once again. Also nothing. If maybe I can find any reference number. Then let's say we have 1 test award. So like I said, you can perform operation on the award from this page, but also you can change the way how you view this table. So at the moment, we can see information such as award references, title, value, funding start date, funding end date, who is the PI and list submitted. Let's look at the all awards. But let's see that you would like to see response code, you would like to see the PI email address and list access. So if you would click on the change column bar, you can, from here, you can change the view how you can see this table according to your business needs. So I can, let's say, for example, remove funding start date. And as you can see, while doing this, the view of the table is changing. I can remove funding end date, but I want to see primary location, list access, response codes, categories, if any, and accepted invitation. So now this table looks completely different. So you can also change the view from clicking on the change column. So it's very useful functionality. Now I would like to move to a section which is user account sections. And I already mentioned about that at the beginning of this webinar. So from this section, you can add a new administrator. You can send them the invitation to become a new administrator. So again, we are looking at the eval section. And under the general admin section, there is a subsection called user accounts. So I will click on this. And we can see that we already have some administrators at this test account. Let's pretend that I want to add a new administrator. The process is really straightforward and easy. On the right-hand side, there is a blue bar. You can click here, add a new administrator. You need to provide a name, email address, and then you need to grant them specific roles. So do you remember when I was talking about the researcher records, I said that in order to create a researcher record, administrator at your organization would need to have upload access role. So from here you can grant them upload access role. It can be read-only role, but remember that in this case, there will be no possible to create a researcher record, full access, all roles, etc. Here, the email is already pre-populated. So the email subject, Researchfish administration, and here is the text. So dear administrator name. You have been given access to administrate Researchfish on behalf of test arrow full of name of your organization, and please follow the link to activate your account. You are feel free to edit this template, but please do not remove the information in the brackets because the future administrator will not be able to create Researchfish admin account. And once again, as a reminder, all the emails, including admin invitation email, will be sent from admin@researchfish.com. So again, it's good to actually check spam or junk folder. Sometimes this email arrives not necessary to inbox. So we are recommending to save this address to safe list. You can also delete admins from this page, or you can edit permissions roles. So I think it's straightforward process. And now I would like to move to categories. So I already talked about the user accounts, and now let's focus on the categories. So again, under the general admin, you have the categories and reporting notes. So categories, it's simply a category is a label that you can assign to an award or awards. And if you will click on this question mark, it will give you some explanation. So this section enables you to create and edit categories that are used to filter awards. So basically, when you will be downloading your exports, your informations, then you will see additional columns. After creating category, you will see additional column which is called category on this Excel spreadsheet. And then you can perform additional filtering. So it's like functionality that it can help you to search for specific information. It's very easy to create a category. So we have now at the moment one category created. And how to do it? So we need to click on add category. So let's say we will create a category which is called color. You can provide a description, but it's optional, it's non-mandatory. And then you need to decide what is the type of this category. It can be select one or select many. So for example, if you will choose select one, so let's say you want to add 3 colors, red under this category color, red, green, yellow. If you select one, then you will only be able to assign awards either to red, yellow, or green. So it won't be possible to assign specific awards to green and red and yellow because you choose select one. Then you need to decide which category, if the category will be public or no. A public category, it's visible to researchers and users from outside your organization when viewing award details. So let's say I will now save this category. And we can see that we have additional category, color, type, select one, no option under the public. We only created a category. We need now to assign number of awards to this specific category. And we can do it from awards section. So again, I would click on the awards. I will click on the show awards. Of course, it's up to you how many awards you want to assign to the specific category. You can create a category, you don't need to do it. It's optional functionality. Let's say in my case, I want to assign 5 awards to this category that I have created. So I choose a tick box beside these 5 awards. Now choose action box. And I have already my category here, color, but because it was select one type, so I can only choose green or red or yellow. Let's go with yellow and save. So my now request is queued and I will be notified when it's done. If you would like to create a category and select many, then you can still do it. But in this case, when you will be assigning awards, then you can assign the awards to all of the colors you have created. So it can be yellow and red and green and purple and whatever color you want to create. So I hope this category section is clear. And now let's move to notes. So again, we are looking at the general admin. And we are now clicking on reporting notes. So notes allows you to send an administrator access email. And I already show you how to send admin access. But notes, the difference is that you are granting visibility to a note admin to certain awards in your organization. So by creating a note, you are setting up, you are restricting the number of the awards that user has visibility of. So typically, this is within separate departments. So let's say, for example, at your research organization, you've got a department of engineering, and you only want to head of engineering to have visibility of that awards that are in this particular department. So it wouldn't be their benefit to see all of the awards at your organization. You only want to give them visibility of the awards and at this specific department. So in order for you to do that and grant them access to specific awards, you would need to come here, click on reporting notes and set up a note. Again, very easy, straightforward process. So you would need to click a note, give it a name. So let's call it Department of Science and Technology. Provide a name. I can go with my email address. The email is already pre-populated, and then you would need to click add, and the invitation has been sent successfully. So as you can see, Department and Science of Science and Technology has been already created, but there is 0 awards under this note, under this department. So again, I would need to go back to awards section and choose relevant awards and assign them to this relevant note. So for example, this time I will choose 2 awards, choose action, alter reporting note. It was Department of Science and Technology, save. Again, my request is pending. Let's see. And if I will click reporting notes, nothing yet, but at some point I should see here 2 awards assigned. So this number will change. But because this request is pending, so we need to give it time. So I hope it is clear. And almost show you all the Researchfish capabilities, but the last one, and it's quite important one, it's the one which is called organization details. So you remember when I was telling you that this section, this section, my awards, our community, knowledge base, my account, my downloads, are visible to all Researchfish users. Sometimes PIs want to contact your research organization and they are looking for information at their Researchfish account, where this information, where the details of the research organization are displayed. So if you would click on our community, here you will find information that of the organization that are currently subscribed to using the platform. So we have organizations such as public funders and also research organizations. So for example, if I will click at one of the research organizations, let's see, we will find some information. Oh, nothing here. Let's try this one. So here there is a description, contact person, details provided. So sometimes the PI would like to get in touch with the research organization, and they can find this information on our community section. This our community section is a little bit connected with research organization details, because the information you are providing here at organization details section will be displayed on our community. So you can provide here your logo, you can provide here your text, terms and condition information, organization description. You can also provide here your contact details, so the researchers will be able to contact you. But please remember that if you would like your email be visible on the community page, it can be general email address or the personal contact person email address, then you would need to click on website contact details, not primary, not billing contact details, but website contact details. And this information will be visible on our community page. So I hope it is clear. I have provided you with information about eval section, Researchfish platform capabilities. And now I would like to move to communication part. So like mentioned before, we have many useful resources for PIs and also for research organization. And it's also very important that you would communicate with your PIs effectively and timely. And we have additional resources to help you to communicate effectively with your PIs. So if you will click on, again, knowledge base, you will find here, for example, if you will click on setup and implementation, research organizations, here you will find information such as communication top tips for Researchfish submission period. So if I will click on this document, I think I opened this document before. So this is the document Researchfish submission period arrow communication, and we are advising you, providing you with the guidance how you can introduce and refer to a Researchfish platform and submission periods, how you can inform researchers why they are being reminded to report by your organization, explain what data will be used and for what, notify also them if your organization will be making use of the interoperability tools, and we already talk about it and I show you where you can find the useful documentation. But if you will be lost, there is another link from here. Also some tips about the language and how frequently you can communicate with your researchers. And you can also include with your in your communication which support they can find on from our site. So we have dedicated email address, we have a live chat, and we will be also, we already actually are running webinars, weekly webinars for researchers. We started this week, and Jorge, who is with me today, he was delivering today a webinar for the PIs. So every Thursday at 10 a.m. UK time, we are running these webinars until March, until the end of UK full multi-funder submission period. So many useful information you can find here. If I will go back to platform, so again under setup and implementation, you will find here UK multi-funder submission period communication calendar. At the moment, we have calendar from this year. We are still waiting for the funders to update this information for 2025. But please watch this space. As soon as we will have all the dates provided by funders, this calendar, communication calendar 2025 will be added here. Here you will also find communication roles and responsibilities. So if I will click here, so again, you can find information which type of responsibilities are for funders, research organization, and researchers, and what are our responsibilities. So many useful information. And if I will go back to the platform once again, so knowledge base, like I said, apart from this communication resources that will help you to communicate effectively with the researchers, you will also find here support documents. So if I will click on the support documents section, research organizations, we have a user guides here. So if you would like to download PDF document and actually familiarize yourself with platform itself and read and have a look at the manual, then you can also download the manual from here. If you are more like a visual learner, then you can again go back to the knowledge base, and we have videos for research organization administrators. So you can also look at the short videos, and these videos are also posted on YouTube channel. And if you would click on this help question mark, so I was already talking briefly about webinars that we are holding for the PIs, but please feel free if you would like to familiarize yourself with the Researchfish platform from the PI perspective, you are welcome to join. So if you would click once again on the question mark, join a webinar, you can register yourself. Every week we are holding webinars every Thursday for researchers at 10 a.m. UK time until March. And also you can contact you, or the PIs can contact us. So if I will scroll down a little bit under this blue sections folders, if you didn't find the answer, you can contact us. Click contact us. We have a live chat from Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. UK time. You can also contact us. You can send us email, or you can raise a support ticket. So we are here for you to support you and to help you, but also you can find many useful information on the platform itself. I think that's all. I will stop sharing now. Do we have any questions? Jorge, can you unmute yourself? Is there any outstanding question?
I don't think so. No, I don't see any questions on the live chat, or I mean on the Q&A box or the live chat itself.
And do we have any additional questions? We still have, let's say, 14 minutes, or everything is clear. I think I need to unmute you. Let me check. All clear. Thank you very much. Thank you as well. Like I said, this webinar is being recorded We will soon be sending out in December newsletter. And if you would like to have a refresher from the refresher, you can watch this recording once again, or you can find many useful information on the platform. I would like once again say thank you on my behalf and Jorge behalf to joining this webinar and spending with us more than 1 hour. Once again, thank you very much. All the best and goodbye. Thank you.